Good morning, students. How are you all? Are you all happy? Welcome to nursing education classes. So today we are going to see about overhead projector. You might have seen this overhead projector in your lecture classes during your class time. Some or the other time, at least from first year till fourth year. So any of your class times and class schedules, you might have had a lecture with the help of this AVA, that is overhead projector. So in this class, we are going to see in detail about this OHB, what it is. So it is a versatile and a popular device for projecting transparencies with a brilliant screen images suitable for us in lighted rooms. So that is, you can underline, we can see the images in the lighted room. For all other major projector device, we have to make the room darker. The lights has to be switched off. Then only the projection will be more clear. Whereas in this overhead projector, there is no need of diminishing the light. In bright light itself, we can see the images which is projected in the through this projector. The transparency content can be displayed on the screen or on the wall. It is a very vital aid which made projection so simple and easy. It is very easy. There is no complications or complex procedures to do the teaching with the help of this aid. Only thing is that the projector, the content has to be kept reliable and clear content has to be kept on the OHB screen, and that will be projected onto the screen. Overhead projector permits daylight projection and face-to-face interaction with students. So that is another important advantage of this projector, that is the lights are on and teacher can face-to-face see the students and take the classes. So face-to-face interaction is possible with the help of this AV. It gives bright, evenly light images which attract students' attention. The operator has complete control over the presentation. So nobody else will be operating. The presenter itself can operate it. So he or she is controlling the entire presentation and the aid, and it is easy to manage also. So now let us have, we all know about this overhead projector. Just I'll say what are the parts of this overhead projector. We have a lens and mirror which reflect the transparency content onto the screen. Focus wheel projection handle is the glass plate and transparency stage where the transparent sheet are being kept. Fresh lens are the switch to indents to dimmer. So there is a, you can see a knob at the side of this handle. So we can rotate it so that the light that is coming from this overhead projector can be made more indents or dimmer. So accordingly light can be regulated, and that with that light the content in the transparency will be projected onto the screen. There is a cooling fan to adjust. If it is getting overheated, we can switch on the fan so that the machine will get cooled off. And there is a metal box with a halogen lamp with a specific board. So next is about, we are keeping transparencies right on this overhead projector. So how to prepare these transparencies? There are mainly two types of transparencies: hand-drawn transparencies or photographic transparencies. Hand-drawn transparencies, as name indicates, we are using marker pens. The required material can be either hand-drawn or written. So with the help of marker pen, we are writing the content, or we are drawing some pictures onto this transparencies. The marker pen are two types. You can use either water soluble or permanent. Permanent, if you are using it with permanent it can be raised with spirit. If you are using soluble one, we can clean it with or erase it with the help of a damp cloth. Next, another type of transparency is photographic transparency. So here we can have a reflex printing negative or reflex printing paper can be made, whereas some complicated drawing are pictured. With these, negatives or positives can be printed on the sensitized positive acetate. So positive acetate is the content that is used for getting the rocks of the transparency. So some content or some pictures which seems to be very complicated to draw, in that cases the picture can be xeroxed directly rather than to the paper. It can be directly xeroxed to these transparencies, and that transparencies can be kept on the projector and can be projected. So these are the two methods we are using, method by which transparencies can be prepared. So then next is about how the preparations are. So transparency should be simple, a single concept on one sheet. So don't overcrowd many aspects in this single sheet. So only see that when you are presenting a content with the help of OHB, see that only one aspect has to be put on one sheet. Literally, these sheets are not so costly. It is cheap, so you don't feel that I am losing the sheet, and you can also wipe and use also. So there is it will not be costly for you all. The letter should not be less than 6 millimeter in size. It should not be too small because it will not be visible. So minimum of 6 millimeter should be the minimum size we are saying. Simple lettering style should be used for writing the figures or diagrams. See that we preferably ask the students to use the capital letters alone, and we should not use the running letters to make the things more reliable. We are advising to use only the capital letters, and the spacing has to be given correctly. And only key messages should be emphasized. Overcrowding should be avoided. Using different colors may attract the students' attention. So there are different colors of OHB pens are available. Marker pens are available. For writing purpose, you can use black and blue color. For underlining and all, you can use red and green. So don't use green or orange color for writing. It will not be visible. So we are not advising to write with green or orange color. You can use these colors for marking, underline specific points, or heading underline can be done. And don't put all the content on the only the points can be given, and remaining things the teacher or the presenter can explain to the students. Don't keep entire content onto the sheet and make it congested and overcrowding, and students also will not be interested to see such a big content on the transparencies. Excuse me. Leave margin at the end. So see that all the four sides there should be a margin. Avoid writing or drawing too close to the edge of the transparencies, as it may be lost when image is projected. So see that you don't write towards the edges, because once it is projecting, you may lose the content that is being projected. So always put a margin on all the four sides and then start writing. Now coming to what are the principles for effective use of these OHBs. So what are things we have to keep in mind? That is, it should be kept correctly so that all students can view without difficulty. So that is another important thing. While we are keeping the OHBs and transparencies, it has to be kept in such a way that the view must be there for every from whichever angle the students are sitting, from the last benches till the first bench, and from the side view, everywhere the students could be able to see the content correctly. For that, what we have to do is we have to keep this OHB mission correctly. Collect all the required materials well ahead. So see that you need a pointer, you need a OHBs. So all these things which you are, and you need a mask to cover the only the things you are taking has to be projected. Remaining things has to be masked out. So whatever things you are needed for presenting has to be brought near to yourself well ahead. While presenting. So don't keep the OHBs and run around to get all other things. So that is another important thing, because the presenter itself is operating. So see that all the required materials during the time of presentation must be kept aside near the presenter. Adjust the projecting lens until the image is sharp. So always just don't start a class by projecting the lens without asking the students whether the projected image is clear or not. So always, sometimes students will feel hesitated to tell to the ma'am or to the presenter that the image is not clear, letters are not clear. So they feel shy to say sometimes. So the teacher has to always foresee that, always ask the students that whether the image that is put up on the screen is clear or not. So accordingly, it has to be corrected. Keep the transparencies in sequence. So don't always see that you can put if you are having any confusion, you can put a serial number 1, 2, 3 onto the transparencies one after the other. So in that sequence itself you have to keep. Don't mix and keep.